Leaping onto the altar itself, he used it like a stepping stone, pushing forward and up the opposite hall to retrieve his weapon and continue the conflict. The two robed figures that were covered in the mayor's blood found their wits and surged forward, revealing an additional duo that followed narrowly behind. The four surged at Endry, just as he planted his foot on the impaled leader's back, yanking at his weapon, but it did not come loose as Endry had expected. The mayor's last strength had been put into grasping the shaft of the spear that protruded from his chest. Endry did not have time to free his weapon from the corpse before the new opponents were upon him. The first two tackled Endry. The three tumbled toward the center of the bowl over one another. One figure crashed into the altar, cushioning Endry's impact as the other man was able to stop before impact and sprang at Endry, fists coming down as Endry held his forearms over his head to block the first barrage as he kicked the second bloody cultist in the gut. The two that were unbloodied had reached the bottom of the stairs at this point. They kicked at Endry as their ally flew back against the stairs with a crash. Before stumbling back to his feet to re-enter the fray, Endry was grabbing at his attacker's legs and ankles, getting hold of one and wrenching him to the ground, making sure their temple crashed against the side of the altar with a sickening crunch as the villain's skull cracked on the table edge. It left a deep stain of blood on the hardwood. With just the one man on him now, Endry was able to get back to his feet under the blows, using his shoulder and forearms to absorb much of the impact as he squared up to fight once more. The blood-covered cultist that had regained his footing charged back at Endry, who grabbed the man's arm as he thrust it out into an awkward punch and bent it backwards over his knee until he heard a crack that satisfied Endry.